The context is in the description below. In the first hour, I focused on how to calculate properly in chess. This included analyzing the position, then turning those ideas to candidate moves. For me, I think this was probably needed for a noob like me since I tend to overthink a lot of deadly positions. On hour 2, I focused more on how to spot tactics such as looking for forks, looking for checks, and looking for pins. After that, I just kept recalling it until I remembered it in my mind. On hour 3, I focused more on how to deal with endgames, most notably pawn endgames. I don't want to go too much details to this part, but just remember, understanding endgames is really important. On the final hour, I decided to finally focus more on middle game tips. That's where majority of my attention went, and this is also where I finally started getting ready to play 3 games of chess. The first round started off with the Queen's Gambit Decline, modern variation. I was very strong here, and I was up a pawn at some point. However, it quickly regained it back because of a miscalculation I made. Ha! I'm a bitch. It was pretty much equal in the endgame, but unfortunately, I blundered and missed a bishop skewer check, and I resigned. When I reviewed the first game, it rated me 800. I'm so trash, bro! On the second game, we played the Guaco piano with 4 knights. The game went on as normal until he blundered a pawn. And then after a while, he also blundered his bishop for a pawn. No idea what went through his head. But anyways, I also tried sacrificing my knight, which doesn't work. This sacrifice doesn't work because after pawn takes, queen takes, and then there's rook e3, which saves this pawn. But he didn't play that. Instead, he played king to h1, which eventually gave me a free queen. After that, I eventually converted the game into an eventual checkmate. Game rating thinks I'm 1500. Let's go! On the last game, we played another Guaco piano, but this time I'm white. Nothing happened in the middle game as we were defending each other normally. And that's where endgame entered, where he decided to blunder his rook for absolutely no reason. And from that, I converted the game to a win due to my pass pawn being too strong, and he resigned. And lastly, game rating thinks I'm 1550. That's good. Yes, I learned a lot from all of those videos. However, it will never be truly enough if you want to play chess competitively. Those tips that you get from other grandmasters are just there to guide you. Your journey begins once you start actually playing chess, because you can't just watch a chess tips video and then get good all of a sudden. No, that's not the case. You'll need experience, and by getting experiences by winning or losing or doing puzzles, those tips will naturally get into your mind and you'll get used to it. So yes, you will learn something from just watching chess tips, but by playing chess non-stop, those tips will eventually be embedded in your mind. So, the final answer is yes, but it's a passive way on learning chess. Thank you for watching.